Hello, my name is Henna Hynynen and I'm an MBA student here at Aalto University Executive Education. My MBA journey has started in 2019 January and you are now watching a vlog of this journey. This is the very first episode of it and I'm very excited to share this journey with you. Today I will be discussing the reasoning why I decided to apply to an MBA program, what were the first feelings I have been experiencing during the first months, and how did the first day and module look like. Welcome! I hope you enjoy watching my journey. Basically, the answer for this one is very simple. I have always been very passionate about self-development, so whenever I start to feel that something becomes too easy for me, I start to look ways how to challenge myself in an innovative way. I get this feeling of being anxious if I feel like I'm not able to provide as much value as I know I could. Understanding the big picture has been always very important to me, so in 2018 I started to search different options that could help me to broaden my business understanding. I have always been dreaming high in life, so I have this amazing capability to visualize myself in different scenarios, but luckily I'm also very driven to achieve all those goals and dreams that I have. So basically, doing an MBA for me was a very concrete step that I knew could increase my business and leadership skills. The application process was very straightforward, I would say. So I got this idea of doing an MBA program in late August, early September in 2018, and I signed myself up for these Aalto online info sessions. After that, I was pretty convinced this is something I want to do, so I started my application process and checked all the required documents. Also scheduled a personal meeting with the Aalto program directors and asked two of my contacts to write a recommendation letter for me. Then I received the info that I will be knowing in December whether I have been accepted to the program or not. So it was early December, Monday afternoon, I was at work and I was so eagerly waiting this information. I was going back and forth with my email and soon there it was. The message found my inbox. The title said, "Congratulations, you have been selected to the Aalto MBA program of 2019. And I was so happy. That moment was such a good moment for me. You know, I just wanted to get up and scream to everyone that, hey, I have been selected to the Aalto MBA program, but I hadn't told too many people. So basically what I did, I just went and I found an empty meeting room. And I think I started just crying because I was just so happy. I mean, that day was a good day for me. I had 1 month time to prepare myself before my first Aalto MBA day. During that month, I experienced so many different feelings, a lot of happiness, joy, but also this calmness, because I knew that now I was about to start to take steps that would help me to grow further in my career. But I also did feel scared and insecure. You know, people started to ask me all these questions, what it now meant to my work and to my personal life that I started an MBA. And I realized I didn't have too many answers. You know, it's a very typical pattern for me to find myself in these situations where I have made fast decisions which I followed through, and then later on I will think about the consequences. So here I am again in these situations and I'm thinking to myself, Henna, what have you done again? I have to admit this works for me. Due to this habit, I have achieved so many great things in life. Like I said, I also felt scared and insecure. I didn't know anyone who had started their MBA journey in their 30s, so I felt very lonely in this process. I only knew these other two persons who had done previously an MBA, my former colleague and my friend's father, both very successful businessmen. So in my head, I'm thinking, who am I compared to them? I saw myself being this little girl from Iisalmi who had all these dreams and a lot of passion and drive, but I wasn't sure if that would be enough. Luckily, I have a very healthy self-confidence, so I was able to recover from these moments rather fast. Now I know that I could have also asked support from Aalto EE program directors. Usually the previous year's cohort members are also very happily helping others to share their journey with, so I could have asked all these questions from them also. Though at that time I was still very used to navigate these feelings alone, so I guess I didn't even consider that option. My first day was in mid-January, so this was the time when the cohort met the first time. We were discussing about the upcoming MBA studies, the next steps we were going to take, and we were doing different exercises that helped us to get to know each other. I wasn't too nervous about this day because personally I love first meetings. I was also very eager to meet all my MBA peers because I trusted that after this day I wouldn't feel so lonely anymore. Soon I was going to be surrounded with all these amazing people who shared the same passion for self-development. I have to say, this day was the beginning of many new friendships. The reason why I love first meetings is that I love observing what people are sharing about themselves. There's always that somebody who is telling everything about themselves, then another person who is maybe taking a step back and being a bit more silent. Then there's the one who's making all the jokes and being very loud. I usually take an active role, but in a way that I take the step back and I just observe how everything is fitting together. After the first day, I realized I had found my place and I knew I was where I was supposed to be. My first module was management communications. The idea of this module is to teach us how to communicate information and ideas more powerful and influential way. I found this topic very relevant and interesting to me, so I was very eager to start developing my own communication skills. During the module, I was able to develop my personal techniques that would support me to provide more natural and effective interpersonal communication. Also, I learned how to write powerful stories, and I understood how I could control my breathing, voice, and different body postures in my communications. This model gave me so many personal victories that all my insecurities disappeared. I also have to say I was so proud of my MBA peers because all of them were committed 100% to all these exercises that we were doing. And so we started from the beginning to build this strong trust among ourselves. There is something very special in this cohort that is hard to put in words. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for my next episode. Ciao!